So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Michael Payne. I'm from North Central Arkansas.
Okay, and who are your children with you?
Oh, yes. This is my son, Michael, and my youngest daughter, Emily.
And what's the film that you have in the festival?
We produced a short film called Don't Lose Heart. And it's a 13-minute film, and it really speaks to the issue that Deuteronomy commands fathers to walk with their children and instruct them in God's law when they rise up, when they walk along the way, when they're lying down, when they're sitting to eat. And what we have is a father who abdicates that responsibility is so common in our age. And in the film, he suffers many of the consequences of that because the roles get reversed. And I've had several people tell me that it reminds them of Cats in the Cradle put to music with a biblical instruction in it to boot. But anyway, and he gets a wake-up call, and there's a reformation that takes place, and it's a story of redemption and a man turning to do what is right in the eyes of God.
And what do you think is one of the best reasons a family could come to this festival, or what they could get out of it?
Go ahead, son.
I don't think they're necessarily going to. I don't think they're necessarily going to get, much as the technical aspect of film. But I believe they're going to get something that's just as important, if not more. I believe more important than learning how to operate the camera or do the lighting. But they're going to learn how to use film for God's glory, and how they can bring their theology and be able to bring out the Christian message to the masses through film, which is a good tool, I believe, for glorifying God.
Well said, son. Thank you, Michael.
And so what do you want? What do you hope that your family leaves with from this festival?
The desire, the tools, the inspiration, the conviction to glorify God in every thought, word, and deed. And as we've endeavored as a family to make some films, to wage war for the advancement of our God's kingdom, but that it would be for His glory and not their own. Because certainly, we've made a film, and that can be an enticing thing for people to seek the praise of men, like the Pharisees that stood on the corners and sought the chief places, and that's a fearful thing, and the temptations do abound in this culture. But we must, we must honor our God. And so that's what I want. That's why we came here 2 years ago to attend the Academy and the festival. It was not that we were going to learn how to make a movie in 3 days. We knew that. It was that my children would be inspired to attempt great things for God. Because he doesn't need us. He doesn't need us at all. But he does use His people. And we wanted to be on the field facing Goliath and not cowering back behind for fear of facing the giant.
Very good. Is there anything, a website or anything you'd like to tell the viewers about?
Oh, yeah. Well, certainly. We have just put up a website this last week, and it was covenantlensfilms.com. And here in a week or so, we're gonna. There's a trailer on there now, but when we get home, we're going to go ahead and release our film to the public. And try to get folks to watch it, that we might encourage fathers to remember the Lord, who is great and terrible, and to fight for their wives, their children, their families, their brethren, their houses. And then that's really the message of Don't Lose Heart, and that's also the message of our God to His people. And so,
very good. Well, thank you for spending time with us,
John. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you giving us the privilege to encourage our brothers and sisters.
Yes.